Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome back to another Crafting Goals Friday. Cheers, brother. Loving what you do doesn't mean you stop dreaming. You get comfortable and you stop evolving. Tomorrow, it ain't promised. Today is a gift.
You get tired of being sick and tired. It's like they feel stuck.
But that comfort zone can kind of become a cage.
My son has started going out and he's shopping these thrift stores and he's finding these deals. I got these jeans that are $5 here and I can sell them for $80 on Depop.
What fun, scary move you could make this month that might just change everything?
If you want help, we're taking a chance on you. Book a call with us.
Hey, cheers, brother.
Happy birthday.
Yo, 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 what is up? And welcome back to the Property Brothers. I am your host, Jordan, along with my cousin, my partner, my boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Drew. What's cracking, baby?
What is happening, man? How are you on this crafty Friday?
Yes, sir, man. Welcome back to another Crafting Goals Friday. Cheers, brother. Boom, man. What you drinking on, man? What you sipping on?
So this is a lemon drop margarita.
You always get bougie on me on Crafting Goals Friday.
Man, I like to mix it up.
I can never compete with your sophistication. You know, I'm just a meat and potatoes kind of guy. I am a craft beer guy. I am drinking, this is actually really good. It is a Dust Bowl lager out of Turlock, California. Shout out to Dust Bowl, man. They are a great brewery. So yeah, man, listen, we're going to get into it. You know, we're going to get back into the Crafting Goals theme. And man, tonight's episode is not about BRRRR. We are the Property BRRRR Brothers. It's not about deals. Today, we are bringing it about life.
There we go.
And
there we go.
You know, I just kind of want to be clear from the jump, Drew, if I can. And this episode, we are kind of talking about life changes, career changes, setting goals. And I just want to preface this. If you love your job, like we do, because as you know, we are two employees. Like I am a teacher. Drew is an marketing executive. He's got his own business that he runs. And if you love your job, that is amazing. You know, I'm still in the classroom. I have no plans to quit, but loving what you do doesn't mean you stop dreaming. Right, Drew?
I would say that's correct. But I do take offense to being called an employee. I'm not an employee. I am the owner of my own business for a reason, because I don't ever want to be an employee.
Tell them.
I don't want to be, but you know, there's a lot of people out there like me, right?
Yeah.
We still get paid a W, but we write the check.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty fun.
So I apologize, my brother. Okay. You are not an employee. You are self-employed. You write your own checks. That's awesome.
I'm employed by a corporation that I own.
There you go. There you go. In a roundabout way, when we come back and circle it around, boom. That's awesome. So, dude, I mean, I think you kind of hit it, man. And there's a lot of people that are like me, right? That are school teaching, that are hustling, that are in a 9-to-5, that are employees. And there are a lot of people like you who own a business, who are entrepreneurs, but haven't quite maybe reached the level that they want to attain or what they want to do.
Maybe the business, maybe they work for their business, right? They thought that they were going to go into business and create wealth, right? And that business turns out to be a furious competitor.
Yeah.
And yields its own head and says, hey, you know, you actually work for me. Right.
That's it. I was just going to say that, man. I mean, you literally took the words out of my mouth, man.
100%.
You wanted the business to work for you, but you ended up working for the business, man. And not
Absolutely.
Quote, right? Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, poor dad, man. He's like, you got
But you
those
about to quote him,
quadrants.
aren't you? You about
I
to quote him,
am,
aren't
man.
you?
I'm about to
Okay.
quote him because
Tell us these quadrants. What are
you got those
quadrants?
quadrants, right? You got the E, who's the employee. You
Mhm.
got the S, who is the self-employed, the business owner, but
Yeah.
they are like you described. Haven't
A
quite,
slave to their business.
yeah, they haven't quite got out of their own way. So yeah, man, that's kind of right. And so most people hit a point where sometimes they just stop setting goals.
Yeah. It's
Life kind of
easy to
gets in
get
the way. Yeah.
it's easy to settle into the dust, right? It's just like this is the way it's gonna be, and this is the way it has always been.
Yes.
Why flex and change it?
Right. Right. Exactly. So, sometimes life gets stable, you get comfortable and
Yeah.
you stop evolving. But,
Yeah.
here's the truth, right? The truth is tomorrow, it ain't promised, right?
It really isn't. No.
Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Oh, and speaking of presents,
Mhm,
real
mhm,
quick,
mhm,
before we
mhm,
jump into
mhm,
it,
mhm.
dude, tomorrow, what we celebrating?
It depends on who you ask, and can you define
Celebrate? I could define celebrate. So listen, if he ain't gonna say it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We are celebrating my brother Drew's birthday, man. He is turning a nice, ripe, beautiful age of the big 5'1", 51. Man, and he don't look a
damn
day over,
50?
21.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I appreciate that, but it's funny. My daughter's been asking me for about a month now. How do you want to celebrate your birthday? And I summarize it like this: I just want to be alive.
You are so morbid. What is wrong with you? We're supposed to be uplifting people and crafting goals, and you over here like, I just want to be
It's
alive.
okay. Listen, I think in 10 years you'll start to understand because when you turn 50, you start hearing stories about people who were running on a treadmill and they
Yeah.
got off and they dropped dead and they were only 50, right?
Come on, dog.
Or they listen, it goes back to what you said. Tomorrow is not promised. You got to appreciate the present. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
And listen, I'll go one further, man. I mean, I was stuck I've been stuck in multiple jobs.
Mm.
And it was one of those things where it's like you kind of get settled into this flow and you get settled into this routine and it's like I'm going to get up, I'm going to have the breakfast that I have, I'm going to go to Starbucks, I'm going to have the coffee that I have, I'm going to drive the same road that I drive to work. I'm going to go, I'm going to see the same people and I'm going to do
Humans
the
are a
same exact
creature
work.
of habit.
Yeah. And it's like, you get stuck in this rut and you think that there are no opportunities to change it. But the thing that you have to realize is that the change is here.
Mm.
It's mindset.
That is so apropos, bro. That is that's deep, man. It's all about turning points. And so, birthdays, turning points,
Yeah.
pivots, those moments, man, they just remind us that time is moving, right? Whether
Yeah.
you are ready or not.
And I think the other thing that is really like the other piece to that is sometimes you reach that point where you get tired of being sick and tired, right? You get
Tell it.
tired of being sick and tired. And it's like, man, how am I going to change? So many people, they get to that point where they're just like, they feel stuck, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, what can I do? And there are so many things that you can do, certain little things that can change the trajectory of where you're headed. Just
Yeah.
a slight wind, right?
Mm.
So, like, $25 being set aside from every paycheck gives you choices, right?
Mhm.
May take a little while if you only set aside 25 bucks, but there's some opportunities down the road that, 10 years from now where that $25 has built up into something that you can now
Absolutely.
take that chunk and start to do something with.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. So, that's kind of what we're talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, listen, happy birthday, my brother. And I hope tonight, we help somebody else realize that their next chapter, it doesn't have to wait another year. We
Yeah,
can
man.
talk about it right now. We can get
Yeah.
into it. So, you know,
I
some of
appreciate
the,
it, man.
yeah. So, uh, the first thing, we really kind of want to jump into is comfort versus calling. Okay.
Okay. Break
And
that
we've
down.
kind
Peel back the layers,
Yeah,
bro.
and we've kind of seen that a lot of times, folks stay in the same job 5, 10, 15 years, 30 years, right? If you're
And it
a school
flies
teacher,
by.
and it flies by, man. But you know what? You don't necessarily stay in it because they're thriving, but because they're coasting.
Right.
Okay. So again, I
It's
want to just
easy.
say this again. If you love your job, we love our jobs, right? We have
Yeah.
jobs. We are the property BRRRR
Love
brothers.
what I do.
We are real dads. We have day jobs. We are out there grinding. We love what we do, right? And if you love what you do, keep grinding and keep doing what you do. But
Yes. Don't
the
change.
trade off though is, are you coasting, or are you trying to find your calling and trying to serve a bigger purpose? And you know what? Sometimes over time, that comfort zone can kind of become a cage, right?
It really can. Yeah. And I think, to piggyback off of what you said, like, yes, we do love what we do, but we also realize that there's going to come a point in time where we want to control our own destiny, right?
Mm.
We want to be
Yeah,
able to make that
100%.
choice that, do I need to go to work today, or
Yeah.
is it time to cut that off?
Yeah.
Right. And so by doing the little incremental steps that we're doing right now over time, right, it's going to put us in a position to be able to make choices that, if we weren't doing those things, making sacrifices today for tomorrow, right, we'd be stuck if we weren't doing that. Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, 100%. And you know what's wild, dude? What's wild is like it doesn't feel like you're doing something bad. It doesn't feel like, it's like, dude, I wake up, I go to work, because that's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
Humans need purpose, right? People, they need a purpose. um Nobody likes to be put out to pasture, right? I mean, I know everybody wants to talk about, uh retire. I want to retire early. I want
Right.
to retire early. But when you retire early, it's like you're putting out to pasture, and like, now what? Now what do you do with your
Yeah.
life? So, it doesn't feel
So
bad,
much.
but it feels fine. But you know what? Fine can kind of be like where dreams go to die, and you
Yeah.
stop stretching. You kind of stop asking for more. You stop imagining a better vision of
Yeah.
not only yourself, but like your family, your community. Because why? You've accepted the one that just gets by, right?
I say, have some self respect.
There you go.
Have some self respect. Right. So, you know, I feel like a lot of times you hear about, woe is me. Right.
Mm,
And you feel like people feel like they are a victim and they're victimized. And it's like, I only do this, or I only make this, or these are my only opportunities. And it's like, man, you got a brain in between those ears. There's so many side hustles that are out there. Dude, my son, I didn't know this, but have you heard of thrifting? Have you heard of
yes.
thrifting? Okay,
Yes, they
so
made a song about that. Do you remember that song? Do you remember that song? I
yeah,
think it
yes,
was
yes, yes.
"I'm Gonna
Who's
Pop
that?
Some Tag."
Yes,
Macklemore? Yes.
yes, yes,
He was
yes, yes.
thrifty.
But check this out, dude. So like, people always are like, not when I say people always, I'm talking about those people who always are blaming everybody else for their situation, right?
Mhm.
So my son has started going out and he's shopping these thrift stores and he's finding these deals and he's going to this app. I think it's called like Depop or something like that, right? And on
I don't know.
Depop, he's
Never
just
heard of
like,
it.
dude, I got these jeans that are $5 here and I can sell them for $80 on Depop.
Mm,
Are you kidding me, bro? And so, dude, he went
dude, he
to
hustling.
LA. Dude, he went out to LA and he started thrifting. He's going out and buying shoes. He's buying, like, he's got crap all over his room and he's
And
getting
he's
orders
selling
on
it.
Depop. He's selling it. And it's like, dude,
How
that,
much he
like,
making?
he's making a lot of money, dude.
Dude, hey,
He's
we
making a
might need
lot
to
of
holler
money.
at him.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so my point is that, people sit there and feel like they're stuck and they can't make changes. They can't. How many people can go to a store and buy a $5 pair of jeans, right? To
A good
potentially
percentage of
flip?
the population.
A good percentage of the population. So my point is that where there's a will, there's a way, right? So
1000%.
stop making excuses about I'm stuck, I can't do this, I have to go to work, I don't have enough time, blah,
Mhm.
blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
Do something, right? Because when you do something, you can start to feel liberated, right? And it's not even, I mean, like, okay, yes, I spent $5. I sold something for $80. I shipped it. So that was 15, 20 bucks. Let's say you made 40 bucks. Let's say you did that 10 times. It's $400 that you have the opportunity to start to put aside, right? Over the course of, let's say, 2 years. Now you've
Mhm.
got almost $10,000. That $10,000 can now get you into a situation where you can maybe purchase your first rental home,
There you
right?
go.
Like there are ways to get into the game if you just get creative,
Yeah.
and stop creating excuses and saying, like, don't be the victim. That's all I'm saying. You do not need, there's enough victimization out there. Do not be the victim.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it, man. That's facts,
Sorry
bro.
if I sound preachy. It frustrates me when people don't take action.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're sitting on the sidelines and you're looking at everybody else doing this and doing that, and I'm not saying it's easy because I'm getting my ass kicked every day,
Yeah.
right? But you know
Yeah,
what?
we are.
It's fun. At least I got choices,
Yeah.
at least I've got choices and I can sit there and say, okay, I lost money today, or, I have a deal that's going to ride. Like I, okay, what is it? I think in maybe 1 or 2 episodes, we're going to talk about the situation that I'm currently going through,
Yes.
which has to deal with done for you deals, right?
Right. Those deals that offer, those companies that kind of offer that all in one inclusive package, the
Yes.
turnkey rental or the
Yeah.
buy the property, or you know what I mean? Come in, give us some money and we'll do it all for you from
We'll
the rooter
manage
to
it
the
for
tutor.
you.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
manage it
I
for you.
can't, dude. I am getting my ass kicked on a deal right now.
Yeah.
But you know what? I could sit there and I could look at it and say, this sucks.
Yeah.
Right. Or I can
But
say,
who
you know
would
what?
care?
Right. Who would care? Right.
Yeah.
One. But the other piece too is like, what's that going to do for my trajectory?
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Thousand
going
percent.
to the moon. I'm going. So you're pulling, you're going to pull on me. I'm just taking you with me. I don't care.
Mhm.
I'm taking you with me. You're not going to hold me back.
There you
Right.
go.
There may be some ebbs and some flows. Right. But they're going to be more flows than ebbs.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get where I need to go.
Yeah. Your cargo might be a little heavy because
It's all
you're
right.
pulling a lot, but hey, that's all right because hey, we gonna get there.
We
Might
get
take us
to
a
the
little
moon.
longer, but we gonna get there.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, that's deep, dude. I love it. So, kind of where we want to take it next. So we kind of want to talk about having dreams with deadlines, and so
Mm.
let's get into the practical. Okay. Having goals is great. And Drew just broke it down. Get off the sideline, don't make excuses, blah, 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 blah. Get a side hustle. Uh, if you are not satisfied, even if you love your job, but you're just feeling like you're stagnant. Okay. But guess what? You still need to be practical and use that little thing in your phone called a calendar and put a date on it. Don't say, oh, someday I'm going to get me a rental property or someday I'm going to change jobs. Say, yeah, by December 2025 or by my next birthday or by next school year, etc. That way you put some type of timeline on it so that you can hold yourself accountable. And I'm still teaching, but I'm also building for my family. And this real estate thing, y'all, this podcast that we're on, these were not exit strategies for me. Like these weren't exit ramps. Okay.
No.
These were legacy strategies. Okay. So I just want to make that crystal clear. Okay. With that point, because I wasn't trying to quit something. I was never trying to quit school teaching. I was trying to build something. And I think that that is a key difference. So, Drew, what say you? And, we do this every day, right? We meet with our crew. Y'all know them, Jabez and them, as we like to say, Caleb and Sean, Drew and myself, man, and shout out to Queenie. We meet and we put these lofty goals together, and we have time structure, and we have deadlines, and daily and weekly and monthly and quarterly and annual goals.
Yeah.
So, Drew, kind of talk about that, peel that back for us about, having the deadlines and having the dreams with those deadlines.
For sure. So I was actually listening to a podcast from one of my mentors, one of the guys that I learned the BRRRR process, and his name is Sam.
Hold on.
Prim.
And while you talk about that, hold on, I'm just gonna pop that open.
That sounds nice. Hey, did that say Maui?
It does. It says Maui Wowie. So this is a nice IPA from Altamont Beer Works. Shout out to Livermore. Hey, let's go.
Wow,
the East Bay.
That's right up the street from where I used to live.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Me too, man. Shout out to the Livermore, dude. So, hey,
nice.
Crafting Goes Friday. Sorry, I digress. Drew, what was you saying?
But wait. What does it taste like?
It tastes good.
But
I gotta finish pouring it.
Is it hoppy or is it choppy?
Oh, it definitely ain't choppy, bro.
Okay, I don't know. Shit.
It's smooth. It's citrusy. It's got a little hop in it.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit it.
Oh, you got the mark.
Hey, you got the vodka mule.
Yes, baby.
You switched it up on us.
I did. I'm trying to get.
Hey,
happy birthday.
Hey, Drew trying to bring Mike Tyson back out.
Dude. Hey, he called me the other day and he said, stop mentioning my name. So I ain't even talking to him.
He gonna fight you.
Yes, he is. All right. So let's bring it back. So, my mentor, Sam Prim, with FasterFreedom, that gentleman he had Pace Morby on his podcast. Dude, it was an amazing, their episode. It was changing your mindset, building community, and hitting rock bottom, right? So
powerful episode, man. I listened to it today.
Absolutely powerful, man. So one of the things that I found super interesting was they talked about the power of projecting and planning and declaring where you are going and what you are doing. So in our legacy group, we consistently will write down our goal. We will declare our goal out loud, and we will meditate on that goal.
Absolutely.
And so many times people start that process, but then they don't follow through, right? And they get impatient. They're like, God's not moving fast enough, right? God's not moving fast enough. And it's like, okay, well, you're not giving God a chance. There's a lot of stuff that God has to maneuver in order to make those shifts, right?
Yeah, you got to get some things out of the way.
He got to move some people to have them do some certain things in order to make room for where you're going and create the domino effect that's going to impact
Come on now.
you. And
Tell
so
it
like
now.
you're sitting there, you're heading down this path, and you're like, did you hear me? Right? And it's like, yes, I heard you. Just be patient. Be patient, right? And you're like, dude, I don't know if he heard me. I think I'm going to change my mind, right? And so now you have changed your mind after he's already set things in motion. And he's like,
he's like, oh, I guess you don't want it.
You lose patience, and there's already a plan in place. But because you are changing direction, now you don't ever get a chance to see it into fruition, right? And I think that we have the power, at least I believe, that we can manifest what it is that we are trying to go after, right? And manifestation is putting it into the world, letting them know what it is that you are trying to accomplish, and then working towards that. And as you're working towards that, the dominoes start to fall into place. And so in this episode that I'm talking about, Pace Morby talks about how he just recognizes the power of projecting and understanding what it is, holding something so tight and then
Yeah.
seeing all of those different things come into action, you know?
Right. And you know what? I'll take it one step further, man, and to kind of piggyback on that. When I believe that when God is, trying to move in your life, he's not only moving events, people, what he's really doing is he's moving you and he's trying to work on you. And to take it one step further, he's trying to get you out of your own way. And that is also what Pace is kind of trying to allude to in his episode, but also what we're talking about as well. So listen, we started the Property BRRRRs because we saw the potential in ourselves and we wanted to activate it, not just for us, but for the people watching, for y'all, man, for the community. We thought that we could provide value, we could provide a service in our circumstances. Okay. We thought that, we could provide this for our kids, for our community. And so it is ultimately your responsibility, to give yourself a potential.
So
deadline.
let's peel this back. All right. So somebody is at a job and they're working and they're like, man, I'm tired of this. They're listening to us and they're like, all right. And now they're like, all right, I'm ready to make a change. So what's the recommendation? What do we do? Where do they start?
Yeah, man. So look, I can only speak for myself and I can speak on my experience and I can speak on what
Is it Cinco
I did.
de Mayo? Because
no, it's Cinco de Drinko.
This looks like a Cinco de Mayo drink. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And so what I did is I got into real estate, not because I was looking to get rich, not because I wanted to stop doing what I was doing in my job. What I would say is take some time, look at your situation, look at your finances, look at your job situation, look at your family situation, and decide where you want to go. Okay. Decide what you want to do with the plans that you have set in motion, and then create and pivot with a opportunity to set in course
a
legacy.
So I want to take it back to how we started this segment, which is dreams with deadlines. So what I'm looking for is, I think in order for you to take action is do exactly what Jordan has stated, which is think about where you want to go, right? So let's look at that as the destination. Where is it that you are trying to go? What are you trying to accomplish? And then what we need to do is work that backwards, right? So when we think about, I want to make, let's just say everybody wants to make $1 million. So let's set that as a goal. What is that? What is it going to take and how long is it going to take, right? So is that a 1 year goal? Is that a 3 year goal, right? And if it's a 3 year goal, then what's the first year goal? So maybe, who knows where you're at? Maybe you're making, let's call it $40,000 a year, right? So how much time is that taking, et cetera? Are there some side hustle that you can do in order to help you to start to achieve that? So, what we're talking about is active income, right? So you need to think about, all right, are there other active income opportunities that I can start to participate in and put those into weekly and monthly goals? So when I look at an annual goal, I'm like, all right, I want to get to, let's say I want to get to $250,000. All right. Well, what does that look like as a quarterly goal? What's $250 divided by, 4, right? So how can I get to, what's that quick math? Yeah. What's that quick math of 250? I got, I got my calculator. Divided by
250, 250,000 divided by 4. That's going to be 75.
Let's see if he's right. 62,500. Cool. It's all good. Teacher. You're a history teacher, and that's beautiful. All right. So what is it going to take me to get to 62,000? And then what if I divide that into 3 months? So 62,500 divided by 3, which is 3 months is a quarter. So that's $20,000, right? So what you need to do now is say, all right, if I'm going to get to that $250,000 mark, how can I make $20,000 a month, right? And so it's interesting when you start to create these legacy goals, these goals that are like, they seem like they're out of reach, right? And if you truly start to put your mind to work, you can create. You can create the opportunity to get there, right?
Yeah, and you just start trying to, and
Yeah.
you just
So like I
start going
said, like
for
my
it,
son is thrifting right now,
right?
right? So he's doing thrifting.
Mhm.
I also talked to him about going out and mowing lawns, right now you figure, I
Beautiful.
mean, dude,
Come cut my grass.
if you were able to go out and get $100 per yard per month, right? And there's 8 yards around the house, I mean, that's $800. That's not a lot to us, but to a teenager, that's a lot of money. Now, what if you did that? Say I
Yeah.
cut 8 yards every day, 7 times a week. Now we're talking about some nice little cheddar, right? And that's only front yards. If I add the backyards, that's $200, right? So my point is, you have to get creative and see what's going on out there. And then what if you say, all right, I'm going to bring some friends and they're going to cut lawns, but I'm only going to pay them $25 per cut or whatever it may be. Now you can scale and utilize, listen, there's opportunities out there if you start to get creative. So my point is, you have to write down your goals. You have to think about it. Where do I want to end up at the end of the year? How do I break it down by quarter? What does that look like monthly? What does that look like weekly? Right? So $20,000 divided by 4 is $5,000. How can I make $5,000 this week? What can I do? Again, if you are not accustomed to dreaming that way, that seems out of touch with reality. So you have to bring it down to your reality. Maybe it's not $5,000 a week. Maybe it actually is 500 a week, right? Yeah. There are plenty of ways to get there. And then as you start to use that memory, that muscle memory, now you can start to amplify that to bigger and better goals. The more that you use that thing between your ears, the better it works.
Yeah. And the better it works now, right? Today. So that kind of segues us into our, our last segment, man. And, that's the power of now, the power of today. And, we started the segment off saying there is no gift like the present, right? And, Drew's birthday's tomorrow. It's kind of a reminder that, hey, you get another chance and it's another year around the sun, but it's also an opportunity to kind of pivot. And whatever you've kind of been avoiding, whatever change you've been afraid of, this is kind of your nudge, man. And there really is no time like now, because comfort, right? It tricks us into thinking that we have time. And man, I get slightly personal. I've been talking to my wife about an opportunity that she has and taking another job. And so this is a great opportunity. And, we've been talking about it and we've been praying about it. And she's a little nervous and blah, 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 blah. But the point is she's ready now, right? And she's been patient. She's got the opportunity in front of her. And now is the time to go ahead and pivot and, make the most out of it. And, the longer you wait, the louder your excuses are going to kind of get, the quieter your goals become,
man.
right, Drew?
And it's very easy to, in the beginning, you're super excited and you're like have this zest for life and you're listening, you hear like all these different opportunities and they're, caressing your soul and you're like, that's so beautiful. But then life beats you down. Your job is like, the rut just starts to pull at your soul a bit and it gets quieter. The voice gets super quiet. And you have to find a way hey, wake up. This is my freedom we talking about, right? You gotta breathe life back into that. And, through visualization and through, purpose and through like just writing it down and keeping it present, right? That is going to bring the beauty. That's going to bring the life back into your dream.
So man, listen, so sometimes look, the biggest risk isn't taking the leap, it's staying put for too long.
Dude, that
You know
is
what I mean?
absolutely, those are facts. Those are facts. And I think, staying put for too long allows your dreams to get snuffed out. It's kind of like a candle, man. Like today, my parents, they took me to a sushi restaurant. And at the sushi restaurant, they actually brought me a glass like this, and it had green tea. And then it had like whipped cream on top and a candle. And they lit the candle. And my mom's like, I want to come and take a picture with you. So mom was moving hella slow. And the candle was getting weaker and weaker. Hey, it was so bad. The cherry had a stem and it caught on fire. The cherry caught on fire.
That's how slow she was walking.
Like, Mom,
You're like, Mama, hurry up.
Hurry up. Hey, I got shit to do today. Come on now, right? But my point is that if you wait too long, your dream could be that cherry stem and it could just get burnt up and then start getting all decrepit, Like, come on now. Let's go. Breathe life into your dream.
Man, I love my auntie, man, but that is a great analogy, bro.
Hey, it's the vodka.
It's a great analogy. Yeah. Crafting Goals Friday. So, hey, listen, people, here is your Crafting Goals Friday challenge.
Tell it to them.
What is one part of your life that's gotten
Snuffed
just a little
out.
too comfortable? Yeah. What's one scary move you could make this month that might just change everything? Last one. Who are you becoming if nothing changes? By Drew's next birthday. So you got 1 year. If nothing changes,
May the 24th be with you.
Ooh.
Ooh, you like that? It's nice.
I do. It's a Star Wars reference.
Hey, who's your favorite Star Wars character, by the way? Before you close this out. Yes.
Before I close this out, that's a good one, man. There's so many. Okay, right off the top of my head, I just thought of Chewbacca, bro. I gotta go Chewbacca.
Wait, what? Get out my head. Get out my head. That's why we're the property.
That's why we are property.
Yeah, man. Chewbacca.
Let's go. Hey, man. Hey.
Property.
Oh, man. Hey, you got anything to say to the people?
Listen, guys, like Michael Jackson said, make that change. No, for reals. Guys, listen, this life is freaking amazing, man. Like, I don't care what you're going through right now. I don't care what you are going through right now. There are people, my mom used to say, there are people in Africa that are starving today, right? Eat your food. But for reals, there are people that are going through war and famine and they don't have food. Like, dude, you have a blessed life, regardless of what you're going through right now, right? Take advantage of it in this economy, in this world. There are opportunities. All you have to do is make changes. There are opportunities to get in front of people. Allow money to be such a obstacle. And what they need to understand is it's a vehicle. It's a tool.
It's a tool.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get all preachy and whatever. I just want to go to bed. So tomorrow will be my birthday. And then everybody's going to be like, Drew, you're so great. It's awesome. I love you. Blah, 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 blah. Right. And I'm going to be like, cool. Let's do the stuff I like to do. Right. It's beautiful. For one day only.
One day only.
Right. But I'm telling you, y'all, like, listen, this life, dude, you could be running on a treadmill and get off and die. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Take a chance, man, on your dreams. Like those dreams, take a chance and make them happen for reals. And hey, listen, if you want help down below, we're taking a chance on you. We're allowing you to book a call with us and talk to us.
That's right.
Talk to us. You know, we'd love to kind of hear what's going on with your life, right? It's a limited time only, though. Listen, it's your chance to become independent, right? And I'm not saying like we the all be all to independence, but at least we can give you some perspective from our perspective. Love to give you like an opportunity to dissect what your goals are, right? And maybe help you to prepare some goals that you can start to work towards, right?
Beautiful. Love it, man. Yes. Listen, thank y'all for rocking with us on this Crafting Goals Friday.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers, brother.
Happy birthday.
One more time. Boom. Happy birthday to you, brother. And if this episode hit you, tag us, DM us, ask the brothers. Drew already told you, man, limited time. Talk to us. And yeah, if you're feeling generous, also drop a comment, send Drew a shout out, send him some birthday love, man, while you're at it, bro. And let's not wait for a wake up call, man. Let's build the life that we actually want, because today is the gift. So unwrap it, use it, don't waste it, man. For Drew, my numbers ninja, my property brother, man, I'm Jordan, and we are the property brothers.
Peace. Bye.
Peace, y'all.